So today, like we are going to see some other topics, right? Like what we have seen on last class on Ansible. Hmm? Okay. It is day 5 or day 6 for Ansible? Day 6, right? Day 6. Okay. Okay. So let's start the other topic now. So today, like, we have only few topics to cover. So after that, like I'll tell one mini project for your Ansible. Okay. One second. So let me start the Ansible servers now, first of all. Man. So I'm starting all of this now. So parallel, I'm opening MobileStorm as well. MobileStorm. Okay, so on last class we have seen this topic, right? Asynchronous and polling action. Okay, like what do you understand by the meaning of asynchronous and polling? Why we need to use it? What do you understand by asynchronous and polling? If the action take more than required time, we can stop the process, correct or not? That's it. So next one we are going to discuss about now is like Ansible strategies. What we are going to discuss about now? Sir, Ansible strategies are like straightforward. I'll explain it very easily. Like, of course, you don't get these kind of questions on interview, but I'm explaining the concept for your knowledge purpose. The first topic for today's class is Ansible strategies. What it is? Strategies. For example, let me open the playbook first of all, and cat playbook.yml. Sir, in this playbook, playbook.yml, if you see here, let me remove this dd. What this playbook is going to do now? Installing tree and installing Docker. Clear or not? Execute the playbook Ansible -playbook playbook.yml. See now how it will execute. First of all, tree is installed. What is installed? And later what is installing? Docker. Observe the pattern here. I just want you to observe the pattern. So by defaultly, if you see here 63, 100 and 156, 81. And here the pattern is some different pattern, right? Observe the pattern, okay? So it is what you call as your strategy movement. If you see in Ansible, what we have is, if we have two servers, for example, let's take we have two servers. How many servers? When we execute two tasks, then it will execute on first task on both server. I have two tasks. How many tasks? Task 1, task 2, as well as I have two servers. How many servers? So for your better understanding, what I'll do is, I'll execute this playbook within only dev servers. Which servers? Why? Because to make it only two servers. Why? Because if I take two, then it is very easy for you to understand. I'll execute this playbook now. So, but before that, Ansible all -a yum remove Docker, and what is the other one? Tree -y. But one more thing, star need to be given. Why we need to give star here? All the things that is linked to the packages. So now execute the playbook. So here what I said, see here. Here when we have two tasks, then it will execute first task on both servers. It will execute first task on both servers. Here how many servers I have? Two servers. Server 1 task is executed later. Server 2 task 2. Okay. But now if you see the pattern, second task is installing on which server first? Second server, and coming back to, are you observing the gap here? One more playbook I'll write and one more example I'll show you. Okay. So copy playbook.yml to playbook1.yml. Like instead of writing the full code, I am copying the content for better purpose. VIM playbook1.yml. For this time, instead of tree, just replace tree with HTTPD. What I am replacing? Here also I am giving HTTPD. Second package I want to give is Maven. What I want to give, sir? Maven. So here also I am going to give Maven now. Is it clear now? Now I am going to execute the playbook. What is the command? Ansible -playbook. Playbook1.yml now. Sir, in normal one, first node, second node, and later second node, first node. Is the strategy clear for all of you? Now observe this kind of strategy. What will happen here? First it is going to execute on 6381. And again now what will come, sir, here? 81 or 63? 81. But here what happened? 6381. Same thing. But how it is behaving? Different pattern, correct or not? So these what you are going to call as your Ansible strategies. What we are going to call it as? Okay. So now it will execute first task on both servers, and then after it will go for second task on both servers normally. Install HTTP on two servers, two only, and run playbook. Here the tasks are independent on each other. If you see here, how many type of strategies we have? Two strategies. How many? First one is linear, second one is, concept clear? First one is what kind of strategy, sir? Second one is free. Now what I'll do is, I'll remove this stuff here. Okay. I'm gonna remove all the packages. What are the packages I have installed, sir? Docker, tree, HTTPD, and Maven. I am removing all this stuff now. Why? Because in one playbook I'll give you free strategy. Another playbook I'll give you the linear strategy. Now observe the example. VIM playbook.yml. Okay, here just to go ahead and give here. Oh, sorry. It is playbook. One second. Let me rename everything. RM-RF ABC. I'm removing this folder. I don't want it. Move playbook.yml to playbook2.yml. I'm giving particular names. Why? Because in order to make the concept very clear for you. Here, how many playbooks I have, sir? Two. I'm going to first playbook now. In first playbook, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give the strategy. What I'm going to give? Okay. What is the first strategy? Linear. Okay. And now I'm going to give the second strategy. Which one? VIM playbook2.yml. So here give the strategy as free strategy. Which one? Free strategy. Now observe, in playbook 1 I have linear strategy. Which strategy? Playbook 2. Now execute the playbook. Ansible hyphen playbook. First of all, I'm executing playbook 1. What I'm executing? Playbook 1. 1 second, spelling wrong. VIM playbook 1.yml. Oh, sorry. What happened? Connection gone. Alright. Let the internet come. So it is playbook 1. Which one? Execute this one now. Playbook could not be. Okay, sorry. It is playbook 1, right? Oh, 1 second. I need to edit this one more time. This make me some confusion. 1 second. Ansible hyphen playbook. Playbook 1.yml. So in playbook 1, what we have given, sir? Linear or free strategy? Linear. If you see here, 2 server. First server is 63. Second server is 80. That means first task is executing on server number 1 and again server number 2. And again second strategy, server number 1. Pattern following or not? Now execute the second one. Ansible hyphen playbook. Playbook2.yml. Oh, here strategy spelling need to be given. VIM playbook.yml. Strategy. Here E I need to give here. Now give it. So linear means server number 1, 2. Again 2, 1. Now here if you go for free strategy, server number 1, server number 2. See what will happen again. And again server number 2, server number. Are these both same or different, sir? Different. Here if you go for linear kind of strategy, first task will be executing on first server and coming to server number 2. Again second task, server number 1, server number. That is what linear. If you give free strategy, server 2, server 1. I mean it can execute whatever it like. If you don't give any strategy, by default Ansible will convert it into free strategy. Which one? Strategies are 2 types. How many types? First one is linear, second one is free. Linear means server 1, server 2, server 1, server. Like we have one order. But free doesn't have any order. Is the point clear? That's it. Okay, so write this. Ansible strategies are 2 types. How many types? It is mainly 2 types. First one is linear. This will execute comma server 2. And second task again on is called as linear. Second one is free. Free strategy, it will not follow any like pattern. It will not follow the order. By default is free strategy. Why? Because if you don't give any strategy, Ansible will take what? Free strategy. Okay, make this point very clear. What is the default strategy in Ansible? Free strategy. And one more strategy is mainly. Is the point clear? Okay then. So I'm giving the playbooks as well. Example playbooks also I'm giving. Cat playbook 1.yml. So playback 2.yml as well. Cat playbook 2.yml. The concept clear, sir? Everyone. Okay. Second concept for today is Jinja to templates. What the concept is? Jinja to templates. Use it to produce the customize outputs. Okay. What is the purpose of using Jinja to template, guys? Easy to produce the customized output. Simple. I'm telling on single word. Okay. For example, if you go and see here, notes I'll give it right. Okay. Don't write now. See here. Jinja to template is a kind of language actually. What we are using it for to have the customized output. If you want to print a message along with hostname and IP like of your managed host, you can do it. For example, let me tell you. Here, the main purpose of using the template is, for example, let's consider I want to print a message. If I want to print a message, what is the module I can use? Hey, no. Ansible module. No. Print message. Debug module. I said debug module. What is the purpose of using debug module? To print our output. Okay. Sir, same like if I want to print my customized output. If I want to print my customized output, I can use the Jinja to template. What I can use? So it is not like really helpful, but you can use on practical. So what you can do is interview, they will ask you. You want to print some customized output, not your output, some customized output. So how you can print? What is the answer for it? Jinja to template. So for example, when I execute a playbook, the playbook will be executed. After executing the playbook, I want to get the server IP address, I want to get the host name, I want to get the DNS, I want to get these kind of things. How can I get all of this from Jinja to template? So as a DevOps engineer, if you want these kind of outputs, I mean, this is not going to use on all companies. This is an optional. If they want to use it, they will use it. Otherwise, they can't. Like that. What is the main purpose of using Jinja to template, guys? To print the customized output. So if you go and see here in Ansible, Ansible docs. For every tool, I said we have some official documentation, right? If you are having any doubts or any clarities, like if you want to go here, you can go for the document. So just to go here and search for Jinja to templates. 1 second. Ansible docs, Jinja to templates. If you see this one. So here you can find all of this stuff here. So what is the purpose of using Jinja to templates like this? Let me open this Jinja to docs. If you see like here, what we are doing is like we are using HTML pattern, right? This HTML pattern, like what you can do is you can use a variables. Are using the variable here? So these kind of variables you can pass and you can make the template file extension. You can pass the variables, like you can do whatever you want. Okay. These are few of the example, but again, like it is not recommended. But on interview, if they ask you what you need to tell, sir, Jinja to template main purpose is to print the customized output. Okay, so these are the examples where you can practice in Jinja to templates like that. 1 second. Where it is. Next one we need to see one second, where it is. See, these are the use cases. If you want to filter the format data, or if you want to list the filters, or if you want to set theory filters. So for this purpose, you can use the template pattern. Okay. For example, if I talk about this one, see, I have given list of minimum. List of minimum means in this, what is the minimum actually? 3, 4, 2. 2 is the minimum. And if you want to maximum, what you can get? 4, like that. Okay. So it is the way of filtering the content, as well as you can do the customized output as per your requirement. So these are some of the examples. But don't worry, like you can ignore this one for now. Okay. But again, if you want to do something, you can directly copy paste this and you can get the outputs. But guys, what is the main purpose of using generative templates? To customize output. Here, if you see, clearly they are telling by using the shell, we have some path called file.json. Okay. I'm using set fact. Here I'm using my variable. What I'm using? My variable I'm getting from where result.stdio. If you see here, are we passing this content here? Some variables. So by using this, we can get this generative template pattern. Okay. That's it. So it is the output. If you want to practice, so this is the output. But again, I am not recommending it. Why? Because like if you want to do it, you can also do it from other method. I'll tell some other methods as well. Have I explained you the which one? Debug module? Practically haven't? Okay, now I'll tell you. Sir, what is the purpose of using debug module? Is to print the message. What is the purpose of using debug module? So here I am giving this debug module to print the message. I mean, you can also use variables for it. For example, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a playbook. VM playbook 1.yml. 1 second. Let me use another one. Copy playbook 1.yml to playbook 3.yml. I'm creating a new playbook actually. VM playbook.yml. Sir, you know this one. Playbook 3.yml. So remove these things all of here. I'm removing all of them. Sir, for example, I want to print a message. What I want to print? Message. How can you print? Okay. So if you go and see here. So what is the module we are going to use? Debug module. Which module? But remember, when you are using debug module, you need to be careful on one thing. If you see here, on tasks, you need to give the debug module. Where you need to give? Task. But some people directly give the debug module. If you give directly debug module, it won't work. Why? Because debug need to come from task. In Ansible, whatever you are going to do, everything must come under tasks only. So here just to give tasks. Inside task, I need to give debug. What I am using? And after giving the debug, you need to give the message what you want to print. Are you seeing the message here? Okay. Indentation is very, very important here. So just to give here and give MSG. MSG stands for message on small only. So in the message, I am telling, hi all, good morning. What I am telling? Okay. Just execute the playbook. Ansible -playbook, playbook 3.yml. So it is playing on dev environment. It is printing the content, sir. What I have given there? Hi all, good morning. So I said, what is the main purpose of using debug module to print the message? Is it printing my message or not, sir? Printing or not? Like that. So now what exactly I'm going to do is now, sir, I'm going to tell the lookups concept, Ansible lookup concept. Which concept? Ansible lookup. What is the purpose of using lookup concept? But before that, using lookups concept, I will just want to include the variables as well. What I want to include? Variable. Here I am taking one variable. That is called a static variable. Which variable? Static variable means we need to define inside the playbook. So just to give vars. So I am giving name. Name is I am giving is Raham. What I am giving, sir? Sir, directly here, hi all, good morning, comma, my name is, or like I am. Can I give name here? If I give Raham, what will print directly? Raham will print. But instead of Raham, can I pass name here? Can I pass it or not? How to pass the name means, so in Ansible, just to give double quotes open and double quotes close. And here you need to give N-A-M-E. Name you are giving. What you are giving, sir? Name. Just execute the playbook now. See what will happen now. Are you seeing I am Raham? When you are executing playbook, it is telling one warning. Found variable using reserved name. We are using the reserved name. What I'm going to do again? Again, open the playbook. Sir, this time I want to pass one more variable. What I want to pass? That is called as location. What I want to pass? Location. LOC. LOC I am giving it as Hyderabad. So here I can come here and I can give comma. Comma I can give. I am residing on double quote. I mean like double braces. LOC. Just close. Execute the playbook now. Now is it printing the variable or not, sir? That means debug module you use it. Inside the debug module, what you are using? Variable you are using. What you are using, sir? Is the process clear? Now in real time, what will happen? When you execute the playbook, of course, you will print the server IP address. Sir, along with server IP address, I want to print the DNS. What I want to print? So at that time, how we need to do? At that time, how we can do? Directly we can define DNS name or not. But here my question is, sir, in Ansible we have multiple servers. If we define here, there will be multiple DNS. So what we can do is, we can create one file. What we can create? Inside that file also we can define the DNS address. Whatever you have done, I have taken the variables. Variables where I have defined? Inside the playbook. Where I have defined? Inside the playbook. But sir, the same variables we can define outside of the playbook as well. Where we can define? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take one file. Inside that file, I'm going to take some variables. Those variables I'm going to call now. It is what you call the concept called lookups. What is the concept? Lookups concept. Okay. So first of all, write this debug module and variables inside debug module. Vars inside the debug module. Okay. That's it. So now I'm going to tell the topic about lookups. What I'm going to tell about concept called lookups. Sir, the main purpose of using lookups is we can extract the values. What we can do? Lookup plugin retrieve the data from outside of such as, like you can extract the data from files, you can extract data from database, or you can extract data from key value pair as well as API service as well. Okay. So here I'm going to write this. Use it to get data from where we can get, sir? From files we can get data, as well as we can get data from databases and from key value stores, API and other service. That means, sir, for example, let's consider I have one file. Inside that file I have some data. Okay. See, it is my server. It is my server. Inside my server I have one file. Inside this file I have a lot of data. I want to extract the data. What I want to do? I mean, like I want to print while executing the playbook. So this you can done by using the lookups concept. Which one? Lookups. Lookups is one of the plugin we are having on this here. Sir, if you see here, first of all, I'll create one file. What I'll create? One file. So what I'm going to do is, see here. So VIM, okay, DNS.txt. What I'm giving? .txt. So I'm going to give the server DNS, DNS1. like all of your servers having DNS, right? So we can use that DNS. For example, I'm taking only one DNS here. Of course, you can put multiple DNS. I am giving developing one DNS, public IP. And I'm going to give DNS 2. So this is my dev server 2 DNS. If you see here, sir, I have some content here. This content I want to extract while running the playbook. This content I want to extract while running the playbook. So then how you can do is by using the lookups concept. Which concept? Go to the playbook, vim playbook 3.yml. Okay. So here I am telling this one. So these variables I'm gonna remove now. Why? Because I don't have any use with it. So here see the concept. Sir, playbook, host, dev, everything is fine. So what I'm giving is I'm using a variable. What I'm giving? Variable here MOTD value I have given, but I can give whatever I want. So here variable I am taking as DNS. What I am taking, sir? Why? Because DNS is my variable, DNS. Sir, this DNS information is on which file? This DNS information on which file? Where is the information of DNS? In DNS.txt. But that is under root folder or not? DNS.txt is on which folder? So first of all, I need to give /root/DNS.txt. See here, one more time I'll explain. Let me come out of it. I have one file. What is the file? Inside DNS.txt, what we have? DNS information. I want to extract the data while running the playbook. So what I'm going to do? This current DNS.txt is on root folder. So in the variable section, what I'm going to do is, so DNS information is going to present on under root under DNS.txt. Is it clear, sir? Okay. But we want to form a pattern. So when you are taking variable, you need to give double curly braces, right? So first of all, give double curly braces. Let me remove all of this. Okay. So here, double curly braces open, double curly braces close. Sir, your information is presenting on file or not, sir? I am extracting data from the file. And this file is on which format? /root/DNS.txt. So just to give comma /root/DNS.txt. Is the content clear up to now? Okay. So it is, the content is on file and the file is on. So here what exactly you need to give is, so give this brace as well. Why? Because we need to provide this brace. This is a separate brace actually. Yeah. So when you want to extract data, what we need to use? Lookups, correct? So I am giving lookup here. What I am giving? Lookup. So I am taking one variable. What is the name of the variable? DNS. And if you want to extract data, what is the concept you want to use? Lookup. By using the lookup, I have information on file. That file is on root DNS.txt. So now I want to print what is inside this. So message I am going to change here. Message I am going to change. Hi, my DNS information is. Hi, my DNS values are. I can give DNS or not directly. So why? Because my variable is DNS only. That means it is directly going to take the value of DNS. So now tell me what is the value of DNS here? DNS value will be the content what is on DNS.txt. Okay. So now execute the playbook. Sir, inside DNS.txt, what you will have, sir? DNS values. The direct DNS values are going to print me or not? See now. Cat DNS.txt, Ansible -playbook, playbook 3.yml. Have I got the information? If you remember, I haven't defined this information inside the playbook. Where I have defined the information? Inside the file. But have I called the content or not, sir? In real time, for example, I have some database or I have some file. In that file, I have some content. I want to get the content. What I want to get? Content. Am I getting the content or not? Sir, not only DNS value, sir. You can get the public IP address. You can get the private IP address, or you can get whatever you want. Is the process clear? So this is what you are going to call as lookups concept. Which concept? What is the main purpose of using lookups? Use it to get data from files, databases, like from any other source. Is the concept clear? Write this concept. Cat playbook3.yml. Is the concept clear, or are you having any doubts? Having any doubts, ask me. I'll explain. Okay. Arey man, what? This internet is too annoying. I think internet is not that properly. Even I'm not getting it. Sudo hyphen cat dns.txt. Okay. Here you can give whatever you want. Is the concept clear, sir? Now one more example, sir. This time I want to get the IP address of all the servers, or like I want to get the AMI IDs. What I want to get? How can I get? First of all, we need to put the AMI address into one file. Just to give VM ami.txt. So I am giving dev1 AMI. So like by default, you know, all the AMIs are same AMIs, right? So I'm going to give one AMI. And dev2 AMI also same AMI. Sir, now if I run the playbook, what I want is I want to get the AMI information. What I want to get? So what I need to change here? Only one change. Tell me what is the change here? Change DNS to AMI. Where? So we need to change both, right? So when I want to replace multiple things, what I can use? Set command. %s/DNS I want to replace with AMI. Okay. But remember, if you are having two values in same line, you need to give G at the end. What you need to give? If you don't give G, it won't replace. Is it done now? Remember, if on single line you have only single value, no need of giving G. But here, AMI you have multiple times. If you want to change the values, if you want to replace the value multiple times in a single line, at the last we need to give what? G. So now is it clear or not, sir? So I'm executing on dev servers. Variable I'm taking. What is the variable? AMI. I'm using lookup concept. What is the purpose of using lookup concept? Extract data. So data is on where now? If my data is on database, I need to give database here. If my database is on key value pair, I need to give key value. So where is the file here? Root ami.txt. So that means inside root ami.txt, I have one content. That content is going to store on AMI. So now I am printing hi, all my AMI values are AMI. Execute the playbook. One second. Playbook 3.yml. I need to give. Am I getting my AMIs or not, sir? That's the matter. Is it clear now? Okay. Cat playbook 3.yml and cat ami.txt. So concept number 1 for today's class is, what is the concept number 1? Strategies. Concept number 2 is Jinja 2 templates. Concept number 3, debug module. And inside debug module, we have variables as well. And concept number 4, lookups. What is the purpose of using lookups? Extract the data. What is the purpose of using Jinja 2 template? To customize output. Of course, are we getting customized output by using this one or not? For that purpose only I have ignored that. You can get the customized output like this, or also by using lookups as well. Okay. So what's the next concept we are having? Jenkins setup by using, so one more thing. So if you want to set up the Jenkins, like if you want to integrate this Jenkins, you can directly execute this playbook. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, execute on this one. Why? Because it is not recommended. But if you want to do, you can execute this one. But one thing remember, here URL got changed. In place of this old URL, replace the new URL. As well as previously it is supporting Java 1.8.0, but now it is supporting. So do these changes. Of course, it is not recommended, but I am giving for your own. Okay. That's it. So whatever we have, variables done, raw module done, tags done. Okay, everything is done. Jenkins setup by using playbook. So this one you need to do. Yeah, this is the new one. You can directly follow this one. So now, sir, at the last we are going to deploy web application now. So I'm going to take some index.html, your custom index.html, and I'm going to deploy it. Okay. First of all, we will create our own website. Do you know how to create your own website? Actually, I'll tell you one hack. If you want to create your own website, you can do it in 30 seconds. Not a joke, real. I'll show you. Actually, all of you like all of you have Instagram, right? In Instagram account, tell me any 2 tech pages you follow. That is really going to help you. Okay. Then open your mobiles, all of you, and open your Instagram. So in your Instagram, open the chat box and type for chat GPT tricks. Chat GPT tricks. I think you all know the spelling, right? Chat GPT tricks. Open your Instagram account and type chat GPT tricks. So you will get one green color logo. Have you seen that one? Are you getting internet here? Even I am not getting here. Too slow. No, even I am also not getting that one. Okay. Let's do one thing. I'll show it here if you not come there. So just to go to the website, durable.co. Like this is the coolest website I have seen. See, build a website in 30 seconds with AI. For example, see, click on generate website, click on get started. If I want to create one website for my products, okay, I'll sell some products. Let's take, I'll sell cricket bats, okay? I'll show you. Enter your business type. So I'm going to give it a sports. I've seen this one. Sports instruction, or like go for this one. Car detailing. Raham Creative Cars. Okay, click on next. So if you see here, within 30 seconds, you are going to get your own website. Have you got it? It will come. Is it creating itself? That's it. Your website is done now. See it. So it's my website. See, it is the top section. And if you want to go here, you can get this one, and you can add your details here as well as your address tags. Okay. If you want to get customize this one, so go for customize, and you need to go for login password. Like you need to create your account. Once you create your account, for example, see, I don't want to get this kind of image. I want to get my custom image. I can put my custom image. Okay. Creating websites are very easy. I'll tell one more hack. Create some Fiverr accounts. Some people will post they want some websites. If anyone want to get a website, just take money and give this website directly them. Sell it. Directly sell it. Why? Because see what they want to get a website, right? You don't know how to create a website, but you know how to use internet, right? How much time it has taken? Take the money now and say them it need 5 days, and after 5 days give it to them directly. Guys, it's not a joke. Like I am telling really. Why? Because you are having 30, 40, 50,000 of mobiles, right? If you are having 30,000 of mobile and you are not able to generate 3,000 with it per month, then what's the purpose of using mobile? You are putting some investment, right? Then you are not getting. So what's the purpose of investing there? So use these kind of things, or like if you are good at marketing, market some products. Like there are some lot of things to earn money. Okay, but of course, like it's not the marketing class, so I'm going to the DevOps now. Okay, so now when you want to do the customized website, you can do customized website, but of course source code will not be available here. But I'll tell one more alternative. So I want to create one website with my own. For example, like I want to create the application called DevOps by Raham. What I can do is go to here, front end, login page, HTML. If you go to here, what's the website name for me? DevOps by Raham, right? So already there are some predefined templates. If you go to here, in W3 schools, there are some predefined models. Are you seeing the website here? I mean, small application. Of course, front end code only, but not back end. I'm not concerned about the code here. I just want to show how to do the deployment. Okay. I have the source code here. So I want to make it customized, means what I'll do here is, so just remove this one and give DevOps by Raham. Click on run. So now what's my application is? Is my application working now properly? Of course, it is only front end part, but not back end. So now I don't write any HTML code, but with the help of generators, am I getting the code or not? Take this code and open the GitHub. In this GitHub, create one repository with your own repository. So what I'm going to do is click on new. Repository is DevOps by Raham. It's my application name. So go to here, go for the public, create the repository. And I'm going to create one file, create a new file. What is the name of the file? I'm giving index.html. What I'm going to give? So give index.html. Give the content here. Click on commit changes. So now I have one repository. Inside this repository, I have the code. I have the Ansible setup as well. I'm not going to show you the Ansible setup one more time. Already we are having, right? I'm not going to set it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install Apache web server. What I'm going to install? Inside the Apache web server, I'm going to host this website. What I'm going to host it now? So where I'm going to host it? I'm going to host on Apache web server. So create a playbook, VIM deployment.yml. So just to give hyphen hosts. So I'm going to deploy on all the servers. Or first of all, if you want to deploy on dev. In real time, we will go with one by one only. First of all, I will deploy on dev. If it is okay, I will go for test. If it is okay, I will go for the prod. So just to give tasks, I mean like strategy also I need to give. Strategy, what I want to give now? Linear, not free. Okay. So just to give tasks. Inside task, first of all, what is the name of the task? Installing HTTPD. Of course, spelling is wrong, but okay, fine. So what we can use, sir? Here can we use M module? M module. What is the name of the package? HTTP state is equal to present. You know it, right? Sir, HTTP is a server. I mean web server. So by default, when you install service, what will happen, sir? We need to start it. So just to give name, starting the web server. Remember, web server means Apache only. Okay, so I need to give, you can use action module, you can give whatever module you want. But now we need to give service module. What we need to give? Service. Service is the module. What is the name of the service? HTTP. State is equal to started. State is equal to. So now you have, I mean, of course, you can use action, command, draw, all the modules you can use. But if you create a playbook, that playbook need to be definitely on key value pair only, mostly. Sir, now you want to get the source code. Getting source code. Or you can call it as git checkout. In a professional, if you want to call it as git checkout. Okay. Sir, you want to get the source code. Where you are getting the source code, sir? From the GitHub. So I need to use the git module. Which module? Is the concept clear? I need to use the git module here. And I need to give the repository here. What I need to give here? Repository. If you see here, this one. Not this one. Let me open this document. So this one second, deploying. Yeah, here it is. So we need to get the source code. So when we want to get the source code, it is the package, right? So I'm getting the source code from this repository. So directly we need to give the repository. And after that, we need to give the destination as well. What we need to give? Destination. So what I'm going to do is, so where it is, go to here. So from the Git, we are going to get the source code. So just to give source where you are getting, you need to give the repository URL. What we need to give, sir? Repo URL. Where is the repo URL? Here is the repo URL. Okay, of course the spelling is wrong. DevOps by Rahma here came. Okay, fine. Copy this one. And one more thing, for Git and source, you need to maintain the indentation. Sir, where you want to put this source code means what is the default path for Apache web server? Where www HTML. Write this path. Default path for Apache web server is where www /HTML. Is it clear now? What is the path for Apache web server? So on destination path, I am giving dest. So this source code must be gone to where www HTML. That means whatever the source code in this path, it is going to where www HTML path. Save this one. Cat playbook deployment, right? Our file is. So first of all, it is executing on dev servers. Linear means server 1, server 2. So first of all, it is installing HTTPD. After installing, we are starting. Why? Because it is service. When you install service, it need to be started. So now service is ready. Servers are also ready. We need to get the content from GitHub. So it is the place where you get content from the GitHub. So this content need to be gone for var www HTML. Why? Because index.html need to be put on that place only. Execute the playbook Ansible hyphen playbook. What is the playbook name? Deployment.yml. Check it now. 1 second. Syntax on line number 3. Invalid strategy specific. Okay, linear spelling is wrong. VIM deployment.yml. Here, if you see deployment after NEAR. So first of all, is installing HTTPD. Of course, it is already installed. So we are starting it. Is it starting, sir? But here, if you see here, unsupported parameters Git module. Why it is coming, sir? Read this completely. Message unsupported parameters for Git module. Supportive parameters include accept key, archive, bear, clone. These are the supported formats, but you are not giving anything. So why? Because if you see this pattern here, what I have said here, repo I have directly given. From the Git, we are getting the repo. But if you go to the playbook, here we have given source here. What we have given? That means it is going to make a mistake or not, sir? You are telling this is source. But Git, there is no keyword called source. Git have repository word. But are we seeing source on Git, sir, here? If you see, are you seeing source here? No, if you see here, it will support only archive, bear, clone, depth, test, executable, force, GPG, keys, recursive, specification, repo. Repo is there or not? But in this entire line, are you seeing any kind of source, sir? Git is only supporting these modules. Other than these modules, Git will never support any other module. So source I have given there, but are you seeing source module here? For that purpose, it is not taking. So now, but are we having the repo module here? Just to give, instead of source, I need to give repo. What I need to give? Repo. Oh, sorry. Save it now. Already first 2 tasks are done, so I'm not going to do it now. So installing HTTP done, restarting done, and Git check out. Am I getting source code here? I'm not going to do anything. My deployment is done. Copy the public IP, or you can copy DNS as well. Already have DNS, right? Let me open DNS. cat dns.txt. Why? Because I'm already having DNS, so I'm not going to use public IP. You can access the application from public or IP or public DNS. Anything is fine. Am I getting my application? All of you access that application. I mean, one thing. Don't type the DNS. Just type 54.208.53.173 with dots. Don't type the full DNS. Just to give dots behind this one. .208.53.173. Are getting my application or not, sir? So it is the way how the things will work. It is deployed on 2 servers. How many servers? Why I am deploying on 2 servers? If one server gone, I have another server or not, sir? Now what I'll do is, I'll give the IP address of dev server 2. I mean IP address or DNS, anything you can give. Public only. Now access this. You will get the same thing. Access from your mobiles, all of you. Whatever I am showing on the screen, you will get the same thing here. Are you getting it, sir? So in real time also it will work like this. But in real time, we don't access from dev, we access from production servers. Okay, it is dev server, right? But in real time, we'll get it from the production servers. Sir, now After development server in real time, what we will do, if developer is done with his local, we are going to do to testing team. Sir, if you go and check, go for test server. In test server, are you able to access the application, sir? You can't. Why? Because in test server, we haven't deployed anything, right? So in test server, we are not getting anything now. So go for test 2 here. Go for test 2 here. Same thing, right? Test 2, test 2 this is. Test 2 also same thing. Why? Because means in test 2 also we haven't deployed. Now, what I'll do is I'll deploy on the test server. What I need to do? Deployment.yml. Instead of dev, I need to give what? And later prod. Okay, so now execute playbook here. So in test server, first of all, you are going to install HTTPD. Later than it is going to start, and finally you are going to copy index.html to that particular place. Guys, remember here I have taken small index.html, but in real time you have real code. Okay, that's the only difference. So now if you go in here, click refresh. Previously it is not coming, right? It will come now. Let me close this tab. Why? Because sometimes cache I will store, right? Close this tab and open it now. I am opening it on new tab. Let me close this both. One second. Let me remove all of this and I'll try to exit one more time. So test server 2, I'm copying the public IP address and giving it here. Are you seeing the application now? In test 2 now. And again, if you go here, I'm going to give the test 1 now. Am I seeing it or not, sir? So it is how deployment is done. So after few weeks, what happens is we are going to do the update of application, right? I want to update this application. So my client asked to update the things with the new changes. So what I will do, I'll go for the source code. I'll go to the source code. DevOps by Raham. Here I have source code, right? What developer will do is developer will make some changes here. Developer will make the changes. So instead of version 1.0, instead of version, like I'm going to give the version 2.0. What I'm going to give? Version 2.0. I mean, if you want to change the color, you can also change the colors as well. If you see here, background color, seeing the color coding here. Sir, background color, I want to change this one. Okay. You know how to select the color coding, right? Color code for HTML. If you go to here, so you will be seeing the color coding. For example, background, I want to give red. Okay. So are you seeing the code, this one? It is the code for this particular color. Copy this code and give it here. And whatever you can change is, one second. You can also change this pixels, length, margin, like width, padding also, like if you want to change it, you can change it. But I have changed only these two things now. Update the application now. Click on commit changes, do it. So now developer in the source code, they will raise a request for me to do the deployment. I'm going to run the deployment now. Same thing. First of all, dev, later test. But directly I'm running testing here because you know how to run on dev, right? That's it. Is the source code is coming on yellow color or not? Yellow color means source code is changed. Now go here and click on refresh now. Version 2.0 coming or not, sir? Because of course color is not coming. Why? Because we need to change the color a lot of times. It is CSS, right? So we need to change on some other place as well. Now again I want to update. What I will do? Instead of version 2.0, what I will make it, sir? 3.0. Instead of version 2.0, make it as 3.0. Click on commit, update changes. run the playbook. That's it. Up to now it is which version? 2.0, but now it will come as 3.0. Click on refresh. Is it coming as 3.0 now? Coming or not? That's it. Of course, we have taken one small index.html here, but in real time, we will take the full code, front end code, back end code, server side code like that. Is the process clear, sir? That's it about the Ansible now. Okay. And in Ansible, I need to tell some setup models that is not required, but I'll tell you few models. Already I have shown you grep command, right? In Ansible. Like those are. But again, I'll tell you, I'll cover these few topics as well. And one more thing, guys, you can answer, you can ask me, sir, it is public repository, right? We can get it code. But if it is private repository, only one change. Starting here, you need to give the token. That is the only difference. Here you are seeing the repository URL. What I am telling is, instead of this one, just to give token here, starting. It is the example. Isn't the token here? If you give the token, directly it will come. Okay, that is the only difference. First of all, token at the rate of github.com. It is the path. Token at the rate of github.com / your username and repository name. Okay, so what are the modules we are having here is, one second. Ansible -m setup dev 0. What is the meaning of this, guys? What is the meaning of it? DevOps 0 means if I want to get the complete information of dev server, I need to give the command Ansible -m setup that IP address or inventory pattern, whatever I can give. Sir, I want to get the information of test1 server. What is the command? Ansible -m setup, and test of 1 means 0. Am I getting full information or not? Sir, but not like this. I want to get the Ansible CPU course. What I want to get? CPU course. What I can give is I need to give this full information. Ansible process course. Okay. So just give this one and give grep, and this particular thing I need to give. Shift insert course. One second. I know I need not to give like this. Not this module. If you see, it is telling us unrecognized argument. Okay, why? Because when you are giving the pattern, this pattern need to be follow these steps. One second. It is Ansible. Ansible. Yeah. If we go to here I have mentioned all this stuff. Okay. So if you see the setup module here, yeah. Sir, you know already this Ansible OS family and Ansible processor course. Just now I have seen. But if you want to get it, you need to use the filter module. Which one? Filter. Ansible -m setup. Here what I have done, I have just given this one, right? Okay. But when you are doing this kind of stuff, we need to use the filter module. Which one? So just to give Ansible setup -m, -a for what here? Argument, and I am giving filter. What I am doing? Filter. What you are filtering? I am filtering the Ansible course only. I am filtering the CPU course, and I want to filter it only for dev first server. Are you getting the number of course is equal to 1? But sir, in this filter, If I do some spelling mistake, is it coming, sir? No? Yes, yeah, where it is coming? No. Previously you got Ansible process course is equal to 1, but now are you getting, sir? What is the mistake here? Small s is missing, right? If you give normally Ansible dev setup -m dev of 0, it will print the complete information. This particular command. This particular command will print the complete information. But sir, I don't want complete information. I want to get only one particular information. I want to filter. I want to filter number of cores only. What I want to filter? Number of cores. So now it will come. So in this case, do you need to check all of this, sir? Do you need to check all of this? No, but again, it is not going to be useful on real time. Why? Because when you do some small mistake, it is going to throw an error. Instead of that one, is this command going to helpful or not, sir? But what you are looking for, you are looking only for CPU cores. What you are looking for? Can I use grep command to search? Just to give grep -i, just to give CPUs or just to give CPU. That's it. Now, wherever you have CPUs, complete information is coming or not. This is what you call as setup model. Which module? Sir, same like I want to get the Ansible OS family as well. I need not to type full information. I can give family. What I can give? If I give simple family, I am getting the Ansible OS family. But sir, when you want to use it on filter, I need to type Ansible _ OS _ family. OS _ family. So now it is going to get the same output. But sir, which one is preferable? Setup model with filter or setup model with grep command? Grep command. Filter you can use, but when you can use, if you have the perfect knowledge, if you able to remember perfect keyword. But if you are not able to remember the perfect keyword, here instead of Ansible OS family, I have done some mistake. What is happening, sir? I'm not getting error. I mean, I'm not getting whatever I want here. So that is the stuff you need to remember on your brain. Is the concept clear now? This is what you call as your setup modules. Which modules? So that's it about the class for today. Ansible Galaxy. Ansible Galaxy is the place where you can store your roles actually. But that is not going to be useful. Why? Because if you write one role, I want to use it. You write role for Red Hat, I want to use for Ubuntu. Commands will change or not? Models will change. You write role for 4 CPUs, I mean T2 medium server, but my one is T2 micro. Is it going to help you? You are writing it for cloud servers, but my servers are on-prem servers. Helpful or not? No. So, but it is a place where you can store your roles actually. That's it. So finally it is deployment, right? Deployment. Okay, guys, directly you can use this repository. Why? Because I make it public, right? Even if you directly use this playbook, it will come for you. Okay. So that's it about the Ansible. So one final conclusion I want from you is, we have seen Jenkins, right? In Jenkins, what we have done? Everything manual setup, server setup manual, deployment manual, configuration manual. But all of this done by using Ansible on automation. Which way? Configuration we can done automation, playbook. Deployment I have shown you. As well as setup also, I have shown you one playbook. Everything you can, I mean, one more thing is you can create servers from Ansible as well. But that is not recommended. That I am going to tell on Terraform classes. In today's world, no one is going to create infra by using Ansible actually. Everyone is using Terraform only. That part you are going to see on Terraform classes. Is it clear now? That's it. So now on complete Ansible, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can ask me now. In complete Ansible, you can go. Okay. So online guys, like your online session for mentor support is 2 to 4 p.m. So use that one. So already have link. Look, if you don't have any links or if you have any queries, just please contact your admin team. Okay, they will resolve your doubts. I mean, like from the link point of view and timings point of view. So now coming to offline, how the class for today? Able to understand? Or like if you are having any doubts or any point, if you are not able to get clarity, ask me. Why? Because I am giving chance to communicate with me. and we are flexible to communicate with each other. So use these proper things. Okay. So it is the last class for Ansible. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start the microservices. I mean containerization part. Okay. So now if you don't have any doubts or queries, you can go to lab. I'll come there. Documentation already I have given on Google Classroom, right? Haven't I? Okay. Now I'll give it. It won't. Instance must be on stop, like starting part. Every 24/7 it will be on starting state only. 24/7. So from here, I think so. Today's class is history. So it is day 6, right? Let me update it on GitHub first of all. What is the name of your repository? 10:30 AM, right? 10:30 AM new Ansible. And what about task? How many of you done the assignment? This one also, web application deployment. Have done it? Okay. The people who haven't done, do it by today end. Okay. Tomorrow I'll ask you one more time, all of you, how many of you done or not? Dominate this one, and I'm going to put this on your Google Classroom. Wait. So remember, your daily history and running notes will be given on GitHub, and official documentation I am going to give it on Google Classroom. Okay, make this clear. Okay, great. So now do the 6 tasks as well. I have explained this too. So now online, any doubts or any queries on deployment? Okay, guys, then if you don't have any doubts or queries, we can wrap session for today. We'll meet you on tomorrow's class. Go to the lab. I'll be there in 5 minutes.